Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who can bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, look in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yeah, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
Man, salute everybody for tapping on in. You guys press 1 in the comment section if y'all can hear me. Press 1 in the comment section. Got a mic check. Salute to everybody that's tapping on in again. I got a mic check. Press 1 if you guys can hear me in the comment section. I salute to all of you guys. I appreciate all y'all. Love, honor, and respect to everybody tapping on into the building. And man, we had a lot of people supporting, had a lot of donations over the weekend, and I'm going to shout out all those people in this stream today. I'm definitely going to shout all y'all out right now. And y'all smash the like button, share, and subscribe as y'all come on in here. Appreciate everybody that's just been showing love and supporting the channel, man, supporting the content. Yeah, man, it's just very much appreciated. Everybody's overwhelming love and support. Let me see something, you guys. I want to see something real quick. I was trying to look at something. You guys. I don't know why I did. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I know what I was looking for. Yeah, man. Much love to everybody, though, man. I appreciate all y'all. Hold on. I want to pull up something real quick. And y'all smash the like button. Y'all come on in here, man. As today's going to be the day. Y'all already know what it is, man. Salute to everybody tapping in. I appreciate all y'all. Hold on 1 second, guys. So the judge comes in the courtroom off the rip. And, well, first of all, hey, shout out to Inner City. They're doing a great job keeping us with the updates. Salute to them, man. Much love in Inner City Press, man. But, they're saying, okay, look, today is going to start with the rulings on the testimony of Capricorn Clark and other people that's going to testify. Also, the DNA in Kid Cuddy's burned car and investigator Jimenez is all being covered. Now, this is what I want to say. Diddy's team had a whole list of files over the weekend of things they didn't want entered in the court and saying, oh, they're going to say this, they're going to say that. We don't want this to be said. We don't want that to be said. Diddy's lawyers have gone crazy. Diddy's lawyers have went crazy with violence over the weekend. Y'all know we had an extended weekend. So Judge Submarinian says, I see you burn midnight oil over the weekend. What about the DNA questions? The government says investigator Jimenez's knowledge of his is extremely limited. The judge says, but didn't he ask the serologist if any DNA was done? The government says, but not the results. The government says, yes, there are partial profile from the glass bottle in the car. But investigator Jimenez did not know what that means. But the judge says you don't object to the report coming in, only what Diddy's lawyer will ask. The government says we do object to the report coming in. Diddy's lawyer said he got the results back. If DNA came back with Sean Combs' DNA, this investigation would have gone a different direction. But it was consistent with a female contributor. Judge says so it's not whether the result was accurate, only the impact. The judge says, I'm gonna overrule the objection, but I'll hear you at sidebar after direct. And the government said this DNA issue can mislead the jury. Diddy's lawyer said we can prove this up through the serologist. This is fair game for this witness. The judge says for now the objection is overruled. The judge says, what about the summary charts? When are they being offered? The government says some early next week, others along with our second to last witness before we rest the case. The judge says bring in the bank and phone records in text is okay. Bringing in bank and phone records in text is okay, but some text threads are already in. So they're talking about bringing in bank records, phone records, all of these different things in the court today. Uh, um, Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Yeah, so they want to bring in those bank records, you guys. They're talking about bank records, phone records, and all that other stuff. Text records are saying. Here's the thing when they talking about the girls, they saying it was a girl's DNA. How do we know where they got that bottle from to make that cocktail? How do we know that they didn't go and get that bottle from the person's house or a bottle from the person's residence where their fingerprints would have been on that bottle? And then they had gloves on. So let me give you an example. You go to a person's house, you get a person, they have bottle or something like that in their house or in their trash can. You use that bottle to make a cocktail and throw it in Kid Cudi's car, knowing that that bottle's going to have that person's DNA on it because touched it, right? And then you say, oh, no, but only her DNA was on it. Yeah, her DNA would be on it because did you get the bottle from her house? That's the same thing like if somebody says, hey, Cassie's DNA is on Kid Cudi's car. Right. It would be abnormal if her DNA wasn't on Kid Cudi's car. She was dating Kid Cudi. So obviously she'll be riding in the car with him. Or she'll be with him. So that's obvious. You understand what I'm saying? The question is that there wasn't any other DNA. Why wasn't there any other DNA on that car? That's the question. See, if Capricorn's DNA was on there, they're gonna want you to think that no, it was Capricorn that did that or Cassie that did that. Get out of here. Ain't nobody stupid. Ain't nobody stupid. Salute to everybody tapped on in. Oh yeah, and by the way, let me get these donations, man, because a lot of y'all, man, bro, I love y'all, man. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all want to donate, you can hit the Cash App PayPal link. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Shout out to Dwayne Crooms with the donation to the Cash App. He says, respect the grind, my ninja. 100. Salute. Shout out to Denise Roosh with the donation in the Cash App. Says, great reporting. 100. F the haters. Shout out to Sonya Fuller in the Cash App with the donation. She says, standing for what's right. Salute to you. Shout out to Ed Haney with a $100 donation. Said, Ticket TV, you rock, man. Salute to you. I appreciate it, brother. Much love to you. YOLO sent $25 donation in the Cash App and says, thank you for bringing the word. Ticket, salute to you. I appreciate it. Hold on. It's a lot more than that. I missed. Hold on, y'all. Man, my bad. My bad, y'all, man. I'm tripping. Shout out to Tom H with the donation in the Cash App. Tom H says, keep up the hard work, brother. Salute to you. He says, keep up the hard work, brother. You are appreciated. I salute to you. Appreciate you for the donation, brother. Shout out to Tiffany Bernard with the donation in the Cash App. Salute to you. I appreciate you. Shout out to Xavier in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate you. Shout out to Tara Moses in the Cash App donation. She says, Tiki, you hold the belt on these YouTube streets. Salute to you. Uh, Shout out to Amira Ali in the Cash App with the donation. She says, keep it up 100. Shout out to my boy Terrence Price, T Price in the Cash App, Old Head Podcast. Y'all make sure I go subscribe to my brother's channel with a donation. Shout out to Bessie Zaldivar Ford with the donation. Shout out to Ronnie Cathcart with the donation. Shout out to Gusto with the donation. Shout out to Charla Hyde with the donation. Shout out to SYZ Siziggy Chill MD. Salute to you in the Cash App. You said thank you for your work and your channel. Salute to you, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Melissa Daxton in the Cash App with a donation. Donation says, blessings to you, sir. Blessings to you. Shout out to Tanya Williams in the Cash App. The donation says, new fans. Salute to you. Shout out to Jimmy with the donation in the Cash App. Salute to you. Shout out to Johnny Rangel in the Cash App. The donation. He said, shout out to your folks for raising, let me see, an awesome son. Salute to you. Yeah, man. Shout out to my parents, man. Shout out to Yvonne Roberts with the donation in the Cash App. She says, good podcast. Salute to you, man. Shout out to Tina Threats in the donation with the Cash App. She says, keep up the good work. Thank you for keeping it real. Salute to you, man. Shout out to Jason in the Cash App the donation. She says, keep cooking those dummies tickets. Salute to you. Shout out to Kevin Dial in a donation with the Cash App. He says, great work. Shout out to Robin Brown with a donation in the Cash App. She says, simply thank you. I appreciate you. Shout out to my sister Belinda Washington, always showing love over here, with a $25 donation as well. She says, keep cooking. Salute to you. Shout out to Cassandra M. Buffalo in the Cash App with a donation. Salute to you. Shout out to Marcus Davis in the Cash App with a donation. I appreciate you. Shout out to Angela Palazzolo in the Cash App with a donation. She said, Gina. Oh, man. Shout out to Angela with a donation. She said, thank you for God's message. Shout out to Jimmy in the Cash App with a donation. Shout out to Rhonda with a donation and Lene in the Cash App with a donation. So man, bro, this is crazy. Like, salute to everybody, man. The love is real, man. You know what I'm saying? We can always talk about somebody hating the people, this, that, and the third, but the love is real. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why people hate. You know, they hate when people support you, show you love for standing on business and telling the truth. You know? Salute to all of y'all. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. All right, you guys. So, man, salute to all those people, man. Shout out to Tevin right now in the Cash App coming through with a $50 donation. I appreciate you, man. And he says, best channel covering this trial. It's a lot of good channels that's covering this trial, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to just take that singular credit. It's a lot of great people that's out here covering this trial. You know, it's people down at that courthouse that's doing a great job every single day, and I got to give them, you know what I'm saying, their love and their respect and their flowers as well, because they're doing a hell of a job, you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. But we're going to get on with this testimony, you guys, right now. And so let me let y'all know what they said. So basically, the government said the summary charge will save time, as they did in the ex-Senator Bob Mendez case. The judge says that leaves us with the objection to Dr. Hughes. Is the U.S. going to respond? The government says yes. The judge says submit your response by tomorrow, right? The judge says now, as to Kid Cudi's testimony, which seemed like an opinion, how was it admissible given the requirements of Rule 701? The government says we like to look at the cases submitted by the defendant, then put it in a letter. The judge says, okay, bring in the jury, right? The jury comes in. The judge says, welcome back. Call your next witness. The government says, the government calls Capricorn Clark. They asked Capricorn Clark, where did you grow up? Capricorn Clark says she was born in San Francisco. Right? Shout out to Cherie Moore with the donation in the Cash App. Salute to you. I appreciate it. She said, I was born in San Francisco, moved to LA, worked for Def Jam, then Death Row Records, a late 90s gangster rap label. The government said, what was your relation to Suge Knight? They keep coming back to Suge Knight. This stuff keeps coming back to Suge Knight. You understand what I'm saying? It keeps coming back to Suge Knight, right? Latricia, I appreciate you and the Cash App coming through with a big donation this morning. You come through with a $30 donation. Salute to you. I appreciate it. So the government asked her, what was your relation to Suge Knight? Capricorn Clark said, he's the father of my friend's child. The government says, then you work for Sean Combs? She said, yes. He's over there in the blue sweater. I worked for him from 2004 to 2012. The government said, were you kidnapped? She said, yes. She said, yes. I see they getting right to it this morning. She said, yes. The government says, when did you first meet Diddy? Capricorn Clark says, when I moved to New York in 2002, we were super platonic friends. A headhunter said I should work for him as a personal assistant. I did until 2006. The government said, your duties were what? She said, shadow him from Wake Up. Shadow him from Wake Up. What the hell? Shadow him from Wake Up. Shadow him from Wake Up. I'm trying to make sense of that. Unbelievable, man. Shadow him from Wake Up. Let me see. Shadow him from Wake Up. Oh, job shadowing? I don't see. I got to figure out that. I don't understand that terminology right there. Job shadowing. Shadow his every move. Man, bro. Shout out to Josh in the Cash App with a donation. Appreciate you, dog. Salute to you, homie. Much love. Much love. I appreciate it. I'm trying to figure this out, y'all. Shadow his every move. That's crazy. So the government says, or shadow him from Wake Up. The government says, did you work in this building? and it showed a photo of Bad Boy Records office. She said, yes, we moved there in 2005. The government says, your first day, where did Mr. Combs take you? She said to Central Park, after dark, along with Uncle Paulie. He looked like a linebacker. Oh, oh. He looked like a linebacker. Damn. So I noticed a couple things she said so far. She said her and Diddy only had a, and y'all smash a like button as y'all come on in, man. Let's get those likes up. She said that her and Diddy only had a platonic relationship. Right? Hey, salute to the brother Gary in the Cash App the donation, man. He said, morning ticket. Good morning, brother. Salute to you. Salute to you, my G. I appreciate it, homie. Man, bro, this whole situation is about to get crazy, bro. What I thought. They keep talking about Suge Knight. The government says, does this photo look like him? Capricorn Clark says, no. He doesn't have on the blackout shades he wore all the time. The government says, what did Diddy tell you in the park? Capricorn Clark said that since I'd worked for Suge Knight, if anything happened to me, hold on, y'all. The government says, what did Diddy tell you in the park? Capricorn Clark says that since I worked for Suge Knight, if anything happened, he might have to kill me. Wow. She said that in open court. Diddy's lawyer says, objection. Wow. Oh, shit. What the fuck? She said that in open court. What the Well, she said she used to shadow him. The government said, and then what? She said she was the head of Women's for Sean John. And the government said, how long? She said a year. Then the global brand director for Sean John name and likeness due diligence to grow the brand. And she says, then I was terminated until 2016 for Cassie Ventura. Right? And then it goes on. And like I said, she said, oh, shit. And the judge overruled their objection. The defense is objecting. The judge going to let her cook. Capricorn Clark said in open court that Diddy told her since she worked for Suge Knight, if anything happened, he might have to kill her. Wow. Diddy's lawyer says, objection. Then the judge says, nah, it's overruled. You may proceed, ma'am. Oh, my God. The government says, how did you take it? She says, seriously, it had gravitas. The government says, how did you react? Capricorn says, I said I didn't have anything to do with that stuff. Objection. The judge says, sustain. Mrs. Steiner, the government said, what was Paulie's role? Meaning Uncle Paulie. She said in open court, Diddy said, and the judge let that go in open court. Man. Now, this is multiple people with Diddy talking about unaliving and stuff like that. See, all these people, these different people are verifying each other's accounts as far as they're showing a pattern with Diddy, man. And that's going to add up, bro. I'm telling y'all this. That pattern of threats to kill and all this other stuff, that shit is going to add up, bro. I'm telling y'all. telling y'all. Oh man, bro. Unbelievable stuff, man. Unbelievable stuff. The hell is going on, you guys? Crazy work, man. What? And the blue hell is going on? Damn. Bro, she said in open court. She said that she just said this shit in open court, man. She just said it in open court, bro. Bro, that's crazy, man. Salute to Vicky in the Cash App with the donation. She says, "Oh, Capricorn gonna end him." Oh, listen, she definitely coming today with the rock bottom on this dude. I can't even front, man. You come in here and in the first 5 minutes you say this man told you straight up that he might have to unalive you, man. And bro, you wonder why they brought Suge's name up. They keep bringing Suge's name up in this. It keeps coming back to Suge Knight, bro. That's crazy. It keeps coming back to Suge Knight. It's like it ain't staying away from Suge. It's like they're gonna stay with Suge the whole time. Whole time. And people can bring people in here to troll in the chat room. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna block your ass. It's not gonna work over here. You understand what I'm saying? It's not gonna work over here. Straight like that. See, I'm not finna take no check for Sean Diddy Combs at all from nobody. And I ain't saying Diddy offered me one, but I'm not. See what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? I ain't taking no check from the government to come in here and cap. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and lay out what a number of these people are saying, and a number of these people are alleging. You know why? Because of strength in numbers. And when so many people are saying the same thing, well, guess what, sir? I start to think differently about you. I start to think that, hey, man, when you got this many people saying the same thing about a person, you understand what I'm saying? Same thing as the artist. When you have so many artists saying stuff about Diddy, you know, not just one artist, but multiple. And then when people who are around you long periods of time have the same thing to say about you, guess what, sir? I'm going to tend to believe that some of those things are true, right? Especially when Sean Diddy Combs lied about the whole Cassie situation when he said that the stuff Cassie was saying wasn't true. And then a week later, the video dropped and he's coming out apologizing. See, it rings to me that if there's video, Diddy will own it if there's video, right? He'll own it if there's video, right? That's what it seems to me. All right, you guys. Yeah, shout out to everybody watching this chat, man. Salute to everybody in the building. I know what it is. Appreciate all y'all tapping on in. Y'all know we give it to him at the light like Kane's cousin Harold. Appreciate all of y'all. Man, bro. Unbelievable stuff, man. Get on that stage and you start saying these things that Capricorn is saying. And it's gonna get real bad. It's gonna get real bad. So they asked her what was Paulie's role. Capricorn Clark said all aspects of Mr. Combs' movements. Paulie's role was to keep him safe. There was also D-Rock, Roger Bonds, and Ruben. The government said, who is D-Rock? Capricorn Clark says, and y'all smash that like button and subscribe to this channel as y'all come on in. And shout out to Shemaine in the Cash App the donation. I appreciate it. He says, salute, King. Time for the making the work week. Oh, thank you for making the work week bearable. Oh, no doubt. Today? It's finna get funky. It's getting funky right now. So she says that Paulie's role was all aspects of Diddy's movements to keep him safe. She said it was also D-Rock, Roger Bonds, and Ruben. The government said, who's D-Rock? And Capricorn Clark said, D-Rock's a good friend of Biggie Smalls, running back type of body. The government says, did you ever observe Diddy with a gun? Capricorn Clark said, yep, in my home. The government says, did he talk about it? 50 Cent's name don't came up, y'all. Lord Jesus. 50's name is in this? Oh, you know 50 gonna go crazy. She said, the government said, did Diddy ever talk about that gun? Oh, man, it's finna get funky. She says she says Diddy told Chris Lighty he had a gun and that he had a problem with 50 Cent. Oh, my God. The government says, were you ever accused of stealing? She said, yes, jewelry. It had been given to me. It was on loan. The government said it went missing. She said, yes. Oh, my God. Damn. She said Diddy told Chris Lighty he had a gun. He got a problem with 50. This is why 50 be banging on this dude all the time. It's all coming out now. It's all coming out. This is why 50 be on this dude helmet. Everybody wonder why 50 be on his helmet. Bro, 50 is going to go crazy. 50 is going to go crazy. Man, bro. And I thought 50 was involved in this for a completely different reason, which we're going to talk about later on in a whole different video. Man, bro. That song, Many Men, was, man, many men, man, dog. Many, 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 many men. Wow. Bro, this shit is getting crazy. Dog, bruh. Dog. Crazy work. Crazy work. Hold on one second. I gotta find out something. man. Oh man, bro. Oh man, bro. Wow, man. It's all starting to make sense, bro. So she says she had this jury that was given to her and it was on a loan. She says the jury went missing, right? She says the jury went missing, is what she said, right? Now, the government says, what did you do? She says, from Teterboro, I called 1440 and told them to lock it down. The government said, well, what did Uncle Paulie do? She says that he questioned me for 3 hours. The government says, you went home? She says, to Queens, yeah, with Uncle Paulie. And he searched my house. Man, bro. Bro, this is crazy. Bro, this is crazy stuff, man. Bro, all this information getting out. Now we see why 50 been going at Diddy helmet, bro. Bro, they have some real issues going on. 50 said he had a problem with him, had a gun? Damn. And the judge is letting it fly. He like, tell it all. The judge is letting it fly. The judge is letting it fly. Wow, man. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable, man. Man, the internet's going crazy right now about this, y'all. The internet is going crazy about this right now. What the F? So she said Uncle Paulie went with her to Queens and searched her house. The government said, where did Uncle Paulie take you? She said that Uncle Paulie took her to 1710 Broadway. She says it was dilapidated. She says it was being fixed up. But I didn't know that. She says Uncle Paulie took her to the 6th floor. She said the door was locked behind us. And there was a 6-foot folding table and a heavy-set man. The government says, can you describe him? Capricorn Clark said, 5 of me, 2 linebackers. He was chain smoking. The government says, did Uncle Paulie stay? She says, no. Intermittently, he came back. The government says, what did the heavy-set man say? She said, I was there to take a lie detector's test. The government said, what did he say would happen to you if you failed the lie detector's test? And Capricorn Clark said, they said if I failed, the lie detectors test, they would throw me in the East River. Diddy's lawyer says, objection! Can we have a sidebar? The court is exploding. Oh my God, this girl done came and set it off. She said that Diddy told her she failed a lie detector test. Diddy's people told her they were going to throw her in the East River. Wow. Wow, bro. That nigga Diddy ain't never getting out. Y'all niggas thought I was joking, didn't you? Okay. Nigga, that nigga don't let it out. This is another reason why I told y'all ain't nobody supporting Diddy. This is the reason why. This is the reason why. Because all these artists and stuff like that, these are hidden secrets. These are hidden secrets that people would never have heard of if Diddy wasn't doing all this dumb shit in court. These are hidden secrets. Bro, that's crazy work, man. Shout out to John Tay coming through with a $100 donation in the Cash App. He says, excellent top tier content ticket. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate you, man. If y'all want to donate, man, y'all click that link pinned at the top of the chat, man. It's getting crazy today, bro. This is, bro. Oh my God. Bro. Bro. Oh my God, man. Oh my God, bro. Oh man, bro. God, man. Oh man, bro. Man, dog. Man. Crazy work, bro. Man, shout out to Sylvester. Crazy work, man. 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 Unbelievable, man. Wow, bro. Bro, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just leaning back. Bro. Man, bro. Alexis, salute to you. Salute to you, Alexis. Salute to you. Man. Man. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable stuff, bro. Hold on, you guys. I'm looking at this thing, man. Hold on, man. The judge told her she can keep going. Oh, shucks, man. The judge don't told this girl she can keep going, man. Oh, man. Shout out to Gary in the Cash App with a donation. Come through $50 donation this morning, man. Hey, he said, you know 50 going in about this, man. 50 going in. 50 going in. 50 going in. Bro, the judge told her she can keep going. The government says, what was Diddy, or what was his demeanor? Capricorn Clark says, it was very serious, and I was terrified. The government says, did you want to be taking the test? Capricorn Clark says, no, I was afraid. The government said, how was the test? Capricorn Clark says, wires on you, and they question you. Did I steal? The government says, did he tell you the results? Capricorn Clark said, he said to calm down, that he couldn't get a good reading, and that he might have to throw me in the East River. God, dog, man, this nigga going to prison forever, bro. The government says, anyone else was in the building? She says, not to my knowledge. The government says, could you leave? She said, no. Paulie said, no. Bro, that's kidnapping right there. That's kidnapping right there, bro. 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 You know what I'm saying? You know? That's crazy. The government says, what did Paul say at the end? Capricorn Clark said that he'd come back the next day to figure it out. She said, we started again. Another lie detector's a test in the same location all day. The government said, were you free to leave? She said, no. The government said, how long did this go on? She said, 5 days. Man, bro. Bro, this nigga going to prison. Them niggas, remember all them niggas saying, hey, nigga, I ain't hear about no Rico. Nigga, you hearing Rico now, nigga. Rico lie. Rico lie. Can y'all niggas hear Rico now? Can your ninjas hear Rico now? You're talking that talk to me. I'm the Brett the Hitman Heart of this shit. The best there ever is, the best there ever was, and the best there ever will be. You better believe that. You better believe that. When I shoot from the three-point line and that ball's going up, it's going in. It's going in the basket. I ain't gonna miss. I'm hitting all game winners around here. The government says, did you tell anyone where you were? Capricorn Clark says, no, I was just trying to survive it. I worked under an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. Diddy's lawyer says, objection! The judge says, sustained. The jury should disregard that last answer. The government says, what have you been doing? Or she said, the government says, what would he have, what were you doing, basically? She said, shadowing Diddy. The government says, what happened after 5 days? She says that I could return to work, that Diddy would see me the next week. The government says, did Diddy ever discuss it with you? She said, no. The government says, why did you continue to work with Diddy? She says, if I left, they think I stole it. Wow, bro. Wow. And the judge did a favor by not telling or by telling the jury to disregard their last answer by Capricorn Clark, because Diddy's lawyer did not move to strike that one answer I gave y'all. Whoa. Man, that nigga, now y'all see why the feds was building up all these cases. Y'all see why now. Y'all see why now. Shout out to the girl, Sister Kimberly, and the Cash App coming through with a $25 donation. And she says, today is crazy. Bro, listen, ma'am, I'm telling you right now. Bro, the girl done brought up 50 Cent and said Diddy had the gun and said he had a problem, told Chris Light he had a problem with 50. Shit, shut. Boy, you know 50 gonna go, 50 been going crazy already. I think 50 gonna go crazy. So this just shows y'all some of the things that was going on behind the scenes in hip hop that we never heard about. That's crazy, bro. The government says, what were your days like? Capricorn Clark said, from his townhouse at 74th Street and Park in the morning to Daddy's house studio at night. The government said, how much sleep did you get? She says, on a good day, I got 4 hours. On a bad day, too. She said, I got a stress condition. I was paid $55,000. That's forced labor. They don't show y'all multiple instances with forced labor. The feds already have the forced labor. They already got that down pat. That's forced labor. She got paid $55,000 and was working 20 hours a day, y'all. That's forced labor like a mofo. That is multiple people. All of Diddy's employees said they were working forced labor, bro. He going to prison, bro. All they got to do is prove 2 out of those RICO things, and he done. Done, nigga. Done. I try to tell y'all this. But they ain't want to listen. They going to learn today. You know what I'm saying? Going to learn today. He going to prison, man. He going to prison forever. They talking about they don't see no RICO. Shit, RICO lie. You going to see RICO today. You going to see a RICO today. The government said, well, did you get paid overtime? She said, nope. I spoke to the head of human resources. She said I was owed $80,000. The government says, how did Diddy respond to that? She said, Diddy ripped the paper up. Lord Jesus have mercy. Man, bro, that's crazy work. She said, Diddy ripped the paper up. She said the head of human resources said she was owed $8,000. And the way Diddy responded to that was rip the paper up. This is crazy work. Crazy. But y'all praising this nigga Diddy with all that dribble. The government says, would Diddy stay at hotels? She said, yep. She said, the government said, with who? She said, with Kim Porter once a week. Bro, this shit is wild, bro. This shit is wild, man. This shit is wild, bro. Oh, my God, man. Bro, man. Shout out to Daniel in the Cash App coming through, man. $30 donation, man. Hey, he said Diddy's fried, bro. Bro, this nigga's fried, bro. Diddy's fried. Diddy's fried. Man, bro. That nigga's fried, bro. Bro, the judge is letting her cook. He's letting her cook. Diddy's lawyer, the only thing Diddy's lawyer want to call objections no more. Judge letting her cook. Bro, the labor, she's making $55,000 working 20 hours a day. That nigga's going to prison. That's in the indictment. Forced labor. All they got to do is prove two. They got arson up there, forced labor, abuse. They can already prove the abuse and the forced labor. It's over with. Y'all don't think that they going to prison? And RICO, all they got to do is prove 2 out of 8. So you got abuse. Here's the things with the RICO. I want to explain this to all the dummies in the chat room that don't know that Diddy's going to hell and going to prison for the rest. He's going to hell if he don't change his life. But he's going to prison for the rest of his life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look inside the indictment, all they got to do is get 2 out of the 8. Meaning forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, obstruction of justice. abuse, all these other things, bro, that's easy work. They can get the abuse and the forced labor, and that's racketeering right there. And then just for shits and giggles, you could throw in the kidnapping, the arson. Man, he going to prison, bro. He fried, bro. Y'all can believe these lies if y'all want. That's on y'all. And if you respect the channel and the content, click the link pinned at the top. Smash the like button. Click the link pinned at the top, and y'all donate to the stream. Hit the Cash App, PayPal link. Let me know what y'all think. Also, shout out to Perfectly Imperfect for the donation. And salute to Grumpy Knuckles for the donation. They say peace ticket, best coverage of this. Salute to you. And y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in and subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Mrs. Naturally Nolans with the donation. She says, good morning, ticket and family. Please hit the like button. It's free. That's a fact. Shout out to Jersey BKS in the building. She said, we all here for the truth. Good work. Salute to you, ma'am. I appreciate you. Shout out to Daily Dose 6 with the donation. He says, how many more victims till they see Rico ticket? Oh, they're going to keep lying. You know what I'm saying? You got big nose, big lip dudes running around here looking like Bookman. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, I want as soon as he say my name, I'm letting off everything because I'm sitting on something that bro, he better not say, bro. I'm just trying to tell y'all this right now, bro. Real talk, man. Now, because I can show y'all now, I see why dudes like him defending Diddy. Because like the type of shit that they did, like again, I'm gonna cook. The government says, what names would Diddy book a room under? Capricorn Clark says he would use Frank Black, Frank White. The government says, and the girlfriends? Capricorn Clark said the girlfriends use the name Jackie Star. Jackie Star. Man. The government says, where did he stay? Capricorn Clark said he stayed at the Intercontinental Buckhead in Atlanta. Beverly Hills Hotel in LA. The government said, well, what were in his bags? Capricorn Clark says he had a camera, small bottles of baby oil and lube, cameras, every time. The government says, what would you be doing? Capricorn Clark said, I'd be watching TV, ordering room service, keeping up on sleep. Afterwards, I'd sweep the room for anything left behind. The government said, any damage? She said, yeah, it was baby oil. Man, bro, this man had, bro, this nigga going to prison forever. Forced labor like a mofo. The government says, how frequently would Diddy stay in a hotel with Cassie in 2008? And again, salute to Inner City, doing a great job. Capricorn Clark says that Diddy was be in a hotel with Cassie once a week at the I Hermitage, the London Intercontinental Hotel for several days. They use IV drips. The government said, did he speak to you about his relationship with Cassie Ventura? Bro, Diddy was in hotels all the time, bro. This nigga was in hotels more than he was at home, bro. bro, this is crazy work. It's crazy work, man. Y'all already know what I'm doing. I'm putting belt to ass in here. Salute to everybody in the building, right? We putting belt straight to ass in here. Point blank period, BTA. And we ain't playing no games with it either. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Janine. Salute to you. Janine, salute to you in the Cash App the donation. Right? Man, bro. Bro, this is crazy work, man. Bro, they need to talking about, oh, I don't see Rico. Shit, watch the whole media change up now, y'all. The whole media gonna be talking about Rico today. And I was talking about this from the beginning. Now watch how they switch up. They all gonna switch up, except for the ones that's, you know, that's compromised. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna act like they're gonna still play dumb. Yeah, they gonna still play dumb. But the government says, did you speak about his relationship with Cassie? Oh shit, man. Capricorn Clark said yes. Mrs. London was there. Chef Jordan was in the other room. He called Cassie over and asked her to walk there. Hand me that and go back in the other room. She did it. The government says, what did he say? Capricorn Clark said, Diddy said you bitches won't do that. That's why you don't have a man. Let me repeat myself again. So Capricorn Clark says Mrs. London was there, right? She said Miss London was there, right? Now, which Miss London she's talking about? Ooh, that's the crazy part right there. She says Miss London was there. Chef Jordan in the other room. She said he called Cassie over and asked her to walk there. Hand me that. Go back in the other room. And Cassie did it. The government says, what did he say? Capricorn Clark said he said you bitches won't do that. That's why you ain't got no man. Did I tell y'all that Cassie fully submitted to Diddy? I told y'all. See, they'll call Cassie a hoe, but Cassie fully submitted to Sean Diddy Combs. Fully submitted to Diddy. Like every man wants their woman to do. Submit. That's why a lot of these niggas out here complaining now, because they say their woman won't submit. Oh man, the woman trying to be the man. She trying to do this, she trying to do that. She ain't trying to submit. This and the third. Then when a woman submit, they call her a hoe. Cassie submitted and did everything, that all the nasty shit that he wanted her to do. It was Diddy the one that was asking her to do that shit with them other dudes. He did all of that. Crazy work, man. Crazy how harsh this life could be, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch and see how it all plays out, right? So she said when Diddy said you bitches won't do that, that's why you ain't got a man. They said, well, what did you say? Capricorn Clark said she looked at Diddy and said, you motherfucking right. Oh, my God. Excuse my language. I'm just telling y'all how she said it in court. Oh, my God. Capricorn Clark said, Diddy looked at them, y'all. Forgive me for the language, y'all. I'm saying it exactly how it's being said in court. she said Diddy told Cassie to do something. Cassie did exactly what Diddy said. And Diddy looks at the woman and it was like, yo, that's why you bitches won't do that. That's why y'all ain't got no man. And she says that she looked back at Diddy and said, you motherfucking right. And the government says, well, did you observe Diddy doing drugs? And she says a girlfriend in New York and LA from one stop, right? So she's saying the dude one stop comes back up again. She says, Molly, X, delivered to Puff or to me. The government says, did he ask you to get drugs for him? She said, yeah, he asked me to get X. That right there, that's Rico. That's Rico. That's Rico. You're using employees to go get drugs. Everybody's talking about, oh, I don't see Rico. Nigga, it's Rico. That's Rico. And what they're going to do is they're going to bring in a drug dealer. They're going to bring in the dude who was dealing the drugs. And they're going to have him have proof and show proof that he was dealing the drugs. I'm telling y'all this. They're going to wipe this nigga. They're going to wrap this nigga in plastic, nigga. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Y'all think it's a game? Y'all think it's a game? I don't think it's a game no more. I don't think it's a game no more. See? But that's just what it is. Right? Stack it, flip it, stack it again. That's my recipe. So, self-oppressed nigga. So the government says, did he ask you to get drugs for him? She said, yeah, he asked me to get X. The government says, and in south of France, they were in the south of France. She says he asked me to get that white stuff, y'all, that cocaine. She said, I said, for who? So she said when Diddy told her to get that white stuff, that white substance, she asked Diddy for who? Who was that for? And the government said, why'd you ask him? Capricorn Clark said, she said, I wasn't going to do it, given how my mother died. Diddy's lawyer said, objection. Sidebar. Man, they burying Diddy, bro. They knew this. See, the government up to AK-47 and just slang it. I told y'all this. They was coming with the bigger guns. What the government did, they started out with the small talk. And what they did is, just when y'all thought this thing wasn't gonna get better, the government made it get better. The government built it up, 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 built it up. That's what the government did. That's what they're doing. Smash a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That's why I keep trying to tell you. Everybody, I don't see Rico. Shut up. Let the rock cook. Let the great one cook. Get the smackdown on your Rudy Poo candy ass. I don't see Rico. All them fake ass lawyers running around here. You got that lawyer on Stephen A. Smith show. This dude got an S curl, a part, and a goddamn a weave. Up there looking crazy as hell. Talking about something. Yeah, man, I don't see no Rico. They niggas looking all funny face ass lawyers, man. Coming on YouTube lying and stuff like that. $5 lawyers. Straight like that. They gonna come on YouTube lying on all these channels. Yeah, man, I don't see no Rico. Man, shut up. That's why y'all low budget lawyers, period. So it says, the government says, who did he say the drugs were for? The judge is letting them cook. The judge is letting these mofos cook. Judge like, nope, she can say what she gonna say what her story. The judge is not shutting none of this down. Diddy's lawyers are irate, bro. Boy, this nigga getting exposed, nigga. So the government says, who did Diddy say the drugs were for? Capricorn Clark said, he said, not me. The government says, did you get them? She says, yes. Oh, shit. She says, yes, she got them. She says, through the Spanish security guard. She says, he also get prescription drugs in my name. They were in the toiletry bag I'd carry or security. Bro, this is criminal conspiracy. This is a criminal empire. That nigga's going to prison for life. I told y'all, for life. For life. Oh yeah, smash the like button. That nigga's running conspiracy. I told y'all, they showing all these people that was employed by this nigga. Forced labor. Got these people working 20-hour days. Got them going to get your drugs. Putting them in other names. All of them linking to this dude one stop. They talking about you got doctors that's out here giving the prescriptions. Bro, I wouldn't be surprised these mofos bring the doctors up here and admit that they did all this illegal stuff. What the niggas gonna say then? Niggas gonna keep moving the goalposts? Like I said, if Diddy would have left people alone, stopped putting his hands on people, none of this stuff would have probably ever came out. Straight like that. But y'all want to cap for a nigga who like to put his hands on black women. Period. You know what I'm saying? And everybody want to talk about just Cassie. No, it ain't just Cassie. It ain't just Cassie. It's a whole lot of chicks out here that was out here getting their hands put on. Her hands put on them. And that shit out of pocket. That shit ain't right. Jack. It ain't right. So she says that she would get the drugs through the Spanish security guard. She said he could also get, Diddy would also get the prescription drugs in her name. She said that they were in the toiletry bag she'd carry or security. The government says, well, what about the bulk cash? Capricorn Clark said, yeah, 100,000 euro coming back from Europe. Oh, shit. Money laundering. They ain't even talk about that. The government said, where'd he get it? Capricorn Clark says, club bookings in Europe. He'd keep it, then give it to security, then into his bedroom personal safe. The government said violence. She said fighting. Bro, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy, bro. Man. This is crazy work. Man, bro. That nigga Diddy the one who said not guilty, but I'm filthy. Come on. Man. Bro. God dog, man. Yeah, they're going this. They're showing Rico, bro. Everybody's saying the same thing. They were going to get drugs for the dude. All that shit is illegal. People don't understand. You have workers doing that stuff for you, and then using their name and all this other stuff. You're putting back, bro. That's Rico. That's running a criminal enterprise. Straight up. That literally is Rico running a criminal enterprise. If you want to know what running a criminal enterprise is, that's what it is right there. That's Rico right there. That's got Rico written all over it. She don't talk about kidnapping, against her will, forced to get a lie detector tests, death threats. You had multiple people talking about. I felt like the threats. This is why they showed y'all all the violence. They're showing y'all this to show y'all this is the type of operation he ran. That hey, look, he was gonna show you he was a gangster. Period. This nigga thought he was on some goddamn Bumpy Johnson type shit. But this is what they showing y'all, right? And 50 Cent goes off, man. Man, dog. 50 Cent said, cut it. He said, wait a minute. Puffy's got a gun? He said, I can't believe this. I don't feel safe. That nigga 50, a.k.a. Ferrari, nigga. F50. Oh, man, bruh. Man, dog. You ain't no friend of mine. You ain't no kin of mine. What make you think that I would run up on you with the 9? What make you think that I won't run up on you with this 9? Man, this is crazy, man. So, the government says, was Diddy violent with you? Capricorn Clark. Oh, shit. More celebrity names being brought up, y'all. Capricorn Clark says, yes, at Star Island. He told me, you are not to leave this house. Pharrell Williams. Every time my name was brought up, Pharrell from the Neptunes was brought in by boat. I returned, Mr. Walker, to Palm Island. He called and said, where the F are you? You can't have a life. Capricorn Clark says, one time, I asked the chef if there was turkey bacon. She said, no fucking turkey bacon. I said, I hate it here. The chef told Diddy, and he pushed me again and again. The government said, what did he say? Capricorn Clark said, he said, if you hate it here, get the fuck out of here. Man. Bro, they don't got Pharrell name on this? Man, bro, they don't put everybody's name in this shit, bro. Man, bro, every time their name was brought up, I would act all nonchalant in front of an audience. Like you was just another shorty I put the naughty on, but the truth be told, you threw me for a loopless hole. I was just frontin', you know I want you, babe. Oh, for real, man. Oh, tell me you was just frontin', man. Lord have mercy, man. The government said, did you leave your employment? Capricorn Clark said, I did. The government says, but you returned. Capricorn Clark said, as global brand director. The government says, why? Capricorn Clark said he was impressed by what I did in the job I left for. A couple of albums. He said you wouldn't have to work directly for me. Wow, bro. This shit is crazy, man. Diddy was violating these women and bringing them back, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Straight up. Straight up. Man, this is crazy, bro. Bro, I can't stop saying it, bro. Wow, man. Bro, this shit going down. So the government says, what were you doing for Cassie? Capricorn Clark says, I was managing her image, maximize the optics for her, for Diddy. He had the final approval on everything. The government says, in LA, where did you live? She said, a gated community. We had followed Kim Porter there. Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, man. Now she would at the Kim Porter, bro. Oh my God, bro. Bro, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Oh my God, bro. Y'all can't make this up, man. Y'all can't make this up, bro. Lord have mercy, man. You can't make it up. Wow, bro. Damn, we ain't even an hour in to the testimony, bro. She got a long testimony. So the government says, or no, she says that, in LA, she was in a gated community. She says that we had followed Kim Porter there. The government said, where was Cassie? Capricorn Clark says, Cassie was in New York on the West End. She would come to LA to stay with Diddy or with me in a hotel. The government said, who else was Cassie Ventura seeing? Capricorn Clark says Kid Cuddy. The government said, how'd you learn about that? Capricorn Clark says, she brought him to my apartment. Oh, he's going to prison for the rest of his life. They're going to find him guilty. They're going to find him guilty. Straight up. Man, bro. This is out, man. This is crazy work, bro. Bro, y'all don't damn near heard, man, bro. You don't heard half the goddamn industry in this gate. Man, this is crazy. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable stuff, man. Man, bro. Unbelievable stuff. Crazy work. Man, y'all something else, man. Man, this is bad, y'all. I'm just looking at this stuff, man. This is bad, yo. This is bad, man. This is bad. Wow, bro. Yeah, bro, they're gonna find Diddy. I'm telling y'all this. Y'all think the jury's gonna be in it? No, the jury, bro. I'm telling y'all, when you have this much people stacked against one guy, man, she's not coming out that straight up. He's not coming out of this. So the government says, how did she learn about Cassie dating Kid Cudi? And she says that Cassie brought Kid Cudi to her apartment. Remember, they're in LA. So she said Cassie brought Kid Cudi to her apartment. Now the government says, what did Cassie say? Now Capricorn Clark says Cassie told her, she said she texted me that they were going to this public place in LA. She said that she told Cassie, Capricorn said, I told Cassie that it was a bad idea and to delete the text. So Cassie wanted to go to a public spot with Kid Cudi in LA. She says that she told Cassie, man, that's a bad idea and delete this text. The government says, why did you do that? Capricorn Clark says, if Diddy learned about Kid Cudi, she says, I mean, Diddy paid for my phone and hers. So Capricorn Clark said that Diddy paid for her phone and for Cassie's phone, is what Capricorn Clark is saying. All right? Capricorn Clark says, I took Cassie to Best Buy to get her a burner phone. The government says, when did Diddy return to town? Capricorn Clark said, not long after. He took Cassie to a hotel, the Cipriani. Cipriani. I don't know how you pronounce it. Cipriani, something like that. Cipriani. That hotel. The government says, and then Capricorn Clark says, on December the 22nd, the jury will not be hung. All the jury will find him guilty. I promise y'all that. That ain't no promise. That's a guarantee. Now mark my words. When you come in here, you're going to see they're going to find his ass guilty. Ain't going to be no hung jury on this. Capricorn Clark says, on December the 22nd, 2011, between 5:30 and 6 a.m., there was a banging at my door. The government says, what did you see through the peephole? Capricorn Clark said, a furious Diddy. Diddy's lawyer said, objection. The judge says, ask another question to the government. The government said, what was his movement? Capricorn Clark said he was pacing with something in his hand. Lord have mercy. The government said, did you open the door? Capricorn Clark said, I did. Man, bro. Wow. Now she's going to come corroborate Kid Cuddy's testimony. The government always covers its bets. They always cover their bets, y'all. You better believe they always cover their bets, the government. If they put somebody on that stand, they're coming with somebody else to get on that daggone stand, bro. They're coming with somebody else to get on that stand, bro. They're not putting nobody up on that stand by themselves, bro. They're coming with somebody else. Government said, what did you see through the peephole? She said that a furious Diddy, they objected to that, but she said Diddy was pacing in front of the door with something in his hand. And she says that she opened the door. The government said, what was he wearing? Capricorn Clark said that he had a button-down sweater, torn pants, and he was holding a gun. It's over with. Remember I told y'all they did all that stuff in the beginning to show y'all. All those people talking about how Diddy was around guns, this, that, and the third. Then they confiscated those guns from his house. They did all that to set this up for you. The government set this thing up perfectly. Because now, by this time, it's believable. So many people say this dude was around guns, had guns, handled guns, did this. Now, she's saying, look, this dude came to my door with a gun. Bro, the government have now set this whole thing up to where it's so many people that have said they seen Diddy with guns. Bro, her story is now going to be solidified by all the other people, all the other witnesses that have testified, right? Then you've seen his anger on tape. The government set this thing up perfectly, and I try to tell y'all this. But y'all, a lot of y'all didn't want to listen. So she said he had a button-down sweater, torn pants, she said. His pants were torn. Now, that's the key word she said. I wonder why she said his pants were torn. We're going to find out that, I guess, in a minute. She said he was holding a gun. She said he came into my apartment and said, why didn't you tell me? She said, who is Scott? She said, Diddy asked her, who is Scott? And she said, I don't know any Scott. And the government says, what did he say? Diddy's going to prison, y'all. This nigga's going to prison. This nigga's going to prison forever. She said, we gonna go kill this nigga. It's over with. It's over with, man. That, bro, y'all say whatever the hell y'all want to say, bro. I ain't no idiot, bro. She said, Diddy said he had the gun in his hand, and Diddy said, yo, we gonna go kill this nigga right now. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Now, I know that y'all don't want to listen to what I'm telling y'all. And remember, Diddy's lawyer said, remember when his lawyer said in the sidebar, and I showed y'all the sidebar paperwork where his lawyer was like, yo, I'm calling for a mistrial because Kid Cuddy didn't even answer a question. But he said, I know what Kid Cudi's going to say. He's going to say that he think that Diddy had somebody to want to kill him. But he didn't. The judge was like, he didn't say that, though. He said, but that's what he's going to say. Judge said, but he didn't say that. But that's what he's going to say. I know what he's going to say. The judge says, but he didn't say that. Sit your ass down, man. Remember that? Now she comes in. She says Diddy comes to her house with the gun in his hand and says, yo, we going to go kill this nigga. The government said, where was the gun? Capricorn Clark said the gun was in his hand. I said I didn't want to go. He said, I don't give a fuck what you want. Get dressed. The government said, what concerns did you have? Capricorn Clark said, he never come to my house. He never came to our house before. The government said, did you try to escape? She said, nope, I went and got dressed. And got a gun. Charged back. Got a gun. You think what she gonna do? Jump out the window? Hell no. Hell no. And I tried to tell y'all didn't want to listen. You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. That nigga going to prison for the rest of his natural life. Now you can keep on denying it, but you a fool. They're showing y'all Rico all over. All them news media, they say, oh, I didn't see Rico. They're gonna shut their mouth today. All them before, they're gonna shut their mouth today. Right? So she said she got dressed. And watch how many people switch up from all that shit they was talking. Because now they're gonna be like, they gonna hide Diddy, man. Remember, first they was just saying last week, man, I don't see nothing, man. Diddy gonna walk, man. Man, them niggas, that shit gonna go to full depression this week. They're gonna be in full, all them Diddy jockstrap sniffers. Some of them gonna try to hold up strong and be like, man, this is cap, man. I don't believe it. But the ones who know, man, they're gonna be like, man, they're gonna graciously bow out. Tap out. The government said, who else joined in? Capricorn Clark said, oh shit. She said it was Ruben, so it wasn't Roger. Capricorn Clark said it was Ruben. Ruben. And the black Escalade executive class. Bro, that's crazy because the dude that came on here last night, he said that when he got sexually assaulted, they were all riding in. Didn't he say they was all riding in Escalades? He said that last night on the interview on this channel. And that was before this testimony today. The interview I did last night, I asked that dude, what car did they take y'all into that hotel? He said, yeah, they had like 4 black Escalades. Cadillac Escalades, I believe that's what he said. That's crazy. Now today in court, Capricorn Clark says that Ruben in a black Escalade executive class. And the government said, where was Ruben? Capricorn Clark said in the driver's seat. I got in the back seat, right-hand side. She says Diddy was in the left next to me. Usually, he would have sat in the front and the gun was in his lap. Man, bro. That nigga going to prison, bro. The government says, how long does it take to drive from your home to Kid Cudi's house in the Hollywood Hills? Capricorn Clark says, if you push it, 15 to 20 minutes. So Capricorn Clark is the one. Everybody was blaming Cassie. Now, remember how all these low-budget niggas was blaming Cassie on social media? Oh, Cassie gave him the drop to Kid Cudi's house. How did Cassie give him the drop, nigga? Capricorn Clark said she gave Diddy the drop. The nigga came to her at gunpoint. And she told him, when that nigga put that gun, she told that nigga exactly where he lived. Now, see all these people that was out here trying to put that shit on. Cassie lined him up. She lied. I seen all them niggas in the comment section. Cassie lined him up. No, she didn't. Capricorn Clark had a gun put to her. And she immediately gave up that nigga's address. Right? Salute to Stacy in the Cash App with a $50 donation. And she says, you do great narrating ticket. Hey, salute to you. I appreciate it. Y'all smash the like button too. Like button is free. And if y'all want to donate, the link is pinned at the top. Cash App, PayPal. Let me know what y'all think, man. Straight up, bro. And if y'all not subscribed, subscribe, man. I'm in here giving it to you real. So she said it took 15 to 20 minutes if you pushed it. Now, the government said, what did Diddy and Ruben do at Kid Cudi's house? She said they went inside. The government said, could you see inside? Capricorn Clark said, yep. The government said, well, what did you do? Capricorn Clark said, I called Cassie on her burner phone. I said, Cassie, where the fuck? I told her that Puff was at Kid Cuddy's house. Then I changed her number in my phone to my best friend Stormy. The government says, well, where did you hear, or what did you hear on the phone? Capricorn Clark said that Kid Cuddy was at Cassie's. The government says, when Diddy came back, Capricorn Clark said he took my phone and called the last number. She said, then I saw Kid Cuddy driving up. Diddy saw my face and said, there's that nigga right there. Oh, shit, bro. I didn't even know they met up that night. Bro, this story is crazy, bro. I didn't even know him and Kid Cuddy. I didn't even know Kid Cuddy pulled up. He was there. That's crazy. Oh, man. Bro, so Cuddy was there? Cuddy was there? Cuddy pulled up while Diddy's at the house with the gat. Man. Bro, this is crazy work, man. Shout out to Ivan Roberts in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you, man. I appreciate you, brother. Supporting the channel, bro. Real talk. Much love to you, brother. Yeah, he said Diddy's done, man. Yeah, he done, bro. Bro, ain't no way he's surviving this, bro. They can tell you all the fairy tales they want to tell y'all. That nigga going to prison forever, nigga. Capricorn Clark says, we drove off and saw the police driving the other way toward Cuddy's. She said Diddy was pulling himself together. We stopped at the Key Club, and he told me to call Cassie. The government says, what did he tell you to tell Cassie? Capricorn Clark said Diddy told her to tell Cassie that he had her and wouldn't let her go. Man, bro. You got people all over the internet right now saying, man, Diddy just asked for the plea deal, bro. Oh, my God, man. They're saying the defense is sick right now. This girl is singing it all. She go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Capricorn is gone. Tell it on the mountain that Sean Diddy combs his toast. Oh, yeah, his ass out of here. He out of here, bro. It's a wrap, bro. Bro, they letting her tell it all, bro. Bro, this shit is crazy. Bro, she telling it. She telling the whole thing, bro. This is why you treat people right, bro. People turn on you, man. Bro, listen, you had this girl working for you for $55,000 a year. Working 20-hour shifts, bro. And these people were happily working for Diddy, bro. And you beating these people up, treating them people like shit, man. And wonder why all these people is instantly ready to come testify against you. I'm just being honest with you. The government says, how did Cassie respond? Capricorn says, she said, okay, come get me. She was calm. The government said, who drove you home? Capricorn Clark said, Ruben took me home. The government says, what did Diddy then tell you? Capricorn Clark said Diddy told her to convince Cuddy not to say that it had been him at his house. I picked up Cassie. Yeah, he gone, bro. He out of here, bro. He out of here, bro. Bro, you paying the girl 55. Bro, y'all talking about bro, that's forced labor like a mo. That's the fifth person, I think. Fourth or fifth person that said that Diddy had him working 20 hours. Both the white boys said they was working all them hours. Cassie said that this man had him. They said the security was working all them hours. Roger Bonds even was on the internet saying that he was working damn near 20 hours a day. Bro, Diddy had these motherfuckers sleeping 4 hours a day. He had people sleeping 4 hours a day. The girl was making $55,000, man. And when she said, the lady at the human resources said she was owed 80,000, Diddy tore the paper up. Man, this nigga's a demon. I told y'all this, bro. And a lot of people in the industry, they knew about this stuff and never said nothing. They knew about it. The beatings, all of this stuff, bro. All of this stuff. And his day has come. Every dog have his day. Every dog have his day. You putting your hands on women? And they talking about, oh, this is domestic. No, this ain't domestic. You put your hands on all kind of women. White women, black women. That's abuse and assault. That all gets thrown into the RICO. Right? Yeah, he going to prison, bro. And they not giving him no pass. Yeah, he out of here, bro. Go ahead, pack that dude up, man. He's a pack, bro. They might as well go ahead and ship him off, bro. He a pack, bro. Put him up in the air, man. They could put Diddy up in the air, bro. Because he out of here. The government says, where did you go? Capricorn Clark said. So she picked up Cassie. She said, we went to Kid Cuddy's house and tried to convince him not to file a police report. Man, bro. Obstruction of justice. Bro, this is crazy work, man. The government says, what did you tell him? Capricorn Clark said that Puff came to my house with a gun. The government says, what did you tell them he said? Capricorn Clark says, if you tell on him, he'll hurt us all. Man, bro. That's crazy, man. And y'all wonder why these people said they wasn't leaving Diddy and they was attached to Diddy and coming back. And people was afraid for their life. She telling y'all this. In open court. The nigga going to prison off RICO, nigga. They got the police department, the fire department, all these people coming in. They thought, but they for the show, they said they're going to be putting bank records, phone records, text records, and account. Man, it's over with, bro. They said that today, right before they started court today, man. It's a wrap. Everybody on the internet is going in. Everybody. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff, man. Right? Dog, man. Hey, shout out to Sterling in the Cash App with a donation again. Another $20 donation. Salute to Sterling in that Cash App. I appreciate you, brother. Much love to you, my brother. The government says, what was Kid Cudi's reaction when she said that Diddy would hurt all of them if he filed a police report and told the police? Capricorn Clark said Kid Cudi was mind blown. Diddy's lawyer says objection. Judge says sustain. The jury would disregard that comment. The government said, what happened at the house? Capricorn Clark said Diddy was kicking Cassie again and again. God dog, man. This nigga Diddy is a sad ass nigga, bro. Sad, bro. Sad, bro. You kicking a girl again, bro? You just get off on kicking and putting your hands on women, don't you, Diddy? Scary ass nigga, man. Yeah, and they praise this dude, y'all. They swear by this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? You got Buffalo soldiers like Bookman and them. Like I said before, old bad breath, crushed chains in the drawers, running around here acting like he's somebody. That you a nobody, nigga. Period. Man, bro. Right? The government said, as Diddy was kicking Cassie over and over again, according to Capricorn Clark, the government said, how was Cassie? Capricorn Clark said she was in a fetal position. Diddy kicked her all the way to the street. Man, bro. She said this nigga Diddy kicked her from the house all the way to the street. Bro, that's crazy work. And I believe that shit. I believe every bit of it. I believe every bit of that shit. This nigga kicked the girl all the way to the street. She said she was crying silently. And Cassie just silently crying. The government said, where was Diddy kicking her? She said Diddy was kicking her in her back and in her ass. Man, bro. The government says, where were you? Capricorn Clark says 5 feet away. So was Ruben. That's humiliation right there, bro. That's why I don't fuck with Diddy, man. And none of his delusional ass followers. Shout out to Eugene Wesley in the cash of the donation. He said Bookman needs to go back to the pregnant game for no projects, nigga. He's just a big nose, big head, buck dancing ass nigga who helped ruin one of my brother's channels on YouTube because he was clout chasing, and that brother had the whole wave going on. All right, I'm telling y'all what it is. Man, kick that man. Man, kick that girl like that, man, like a dog, man. And that shit is sad, bro. You kicking a girl in her back and in her ass, man. Bro, and guess what? That video when it came out, that nigga would have denied all that shit. His team over there like, oh, we admit to the domestic violence. The only reason why you admit to it because you hoes got caught on tape. I really wish that they wouldn't have put that tape out. That way Diddy's lawyers would have lied and got caught up in court with the videotape. But that shit is sad. You understand what I'm saying? That shit is sad. I'm just be honest with y'all, man. That's a sad situation, man. Sad situation. Sad situation. Kicking that girl like that, man. And she said, just kicking her in her back, kicking her in her ass all the way from the house to the street. Come on, bro. Y'all niggas ain't got, and all these niggas gonna say, oh, Cash is a hoe. Nigga, so what? She's a human being, man. Just like everybody else, man. Shit out of pocket, man. That shit out of pocket, bro. I got fucking morals and ethics, my nigga. That shit out of pocket, man. The government says, what did Diddy say to you? Capricorn said, Diddy told her, if you jump in, I'm gonna fuck you up too. The government said, what did Ruben do? She said nothing. The government said, who did you call? She said, I called D-Rock. I told him, tell your brother to stop Puff. He's kicking the shit out of her. Unbelievable stuff. Bro, Diddy's just, man, again, bro, he is a, man, bro, a demon beyond demons. Demon beyond demons, man. A demon beyond demons, bro. That shit crazy, man. All right, you guys, let's keep going, man. Capricorn Clark said she called Uncle Paulie too. She said, he said he'd be taking care of it, but Ruben did nothing. The government said, what happened next? Capricorn said that Diddy told her to get the fuck out too, and that she left on foot. The government said, could you still see her getting kicked? She said she kept seeing. She said this nigga kept kicking Cassie in her ass and her back until she went around the bend. She walked. She walked. That's crazy, bro. She said Diddy was in the street kicking Cassie in her back and her ass, and you could see it all the way till she was walking across the street, around the bend. That's insane. The government says, then who did you call? She said, I called her mother, Regina Ventura. And I told her mother, he kicking the shit out your daughter. I can't call the cops, but you can. The government says, well, why didn't you call the police? Capricorn Clark said the mission of the day was to get Cuddy, so no calling the police. Crazy. 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 Man, I'm just telling y'all what it is, man. Unbelievable, bro. I'm just disappointed in Diddy, man. He's just a bad person, bro. You don't treat people like this, bro. You don't treat people like this. The government said this email. Who is this email from? Capricorn Clark said this email is from Cassie. She wrote me that Diddy would be releasing sex tapes about me and that he would have someone else hurt me and Kid Cuddy. The government says, do you recall if you responded to this email? Capricorn Clark says, I don't. The government says, did law enforcement call you? Capricorn Clark said, the arson investigators. Kid Cuddy had given them my name. I hung up on them. I just wanted this over. The government says, what did Diddy say to you? Capricorn Clark said, Diddy said, I should kill you bitches and I should cut her face. Damn. That nigga Diddy was a goddamn home, man. This nigga was a woman beating savage, bro. Man, bro. Bro, this nigga right here, bro. Bro, this nigga Diddy, man. God dog, bro. Crazy, bro. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. Man, bro. Shout out to Michael in the cash app with the donation, man. Salute to you. I appreciate you with the donation, man. He said couldn't have been my daughters. Man, bro. Listen, to tell you right now, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, bro, niggas got daughters and shit out there, man. Like, bro, imagine if you heard your daughter was doing that or had that going. Your daughter had that going on. Imagine that. Imagine, man, bro, man. So she said, Diddy said I should kill you bitches and cut her face. And the government says, how many times did Diddy threaten you? She said Diddy threatened her about 50 times. She said D-Rock was there, just doubling down on whatever Puff was saying in the moment. Damn, she said D-Rock was doubling down on what Puff was saying. Damn. She said Diddy threatened her like 50 times. And D-Rock, who they said was the one that was breaking it up whenever he was beating these girls, she said D-Rock was there doubling down on whatever Puff was saying in the moment. The government said, who is Harv Pierre? Capricorn Clark said he's the president of Bad Boy Records. I told him that Puff had kidnapped me. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to have Harv Pierre come up on the stand and admit he was told by Capricorn Clark that Puff kidnapped her. I'm telling y'all this. What they're going to do is they're going to cover all their bets. That's what the government's going to do. And they're going to use this one to verify that one, to verify that one. All the people in Diddy's inner circle. He's going to prison forever. Shout out to Peter Rosas for the donation in the cash app, $25. He said, keep bringing it. I'm going to keep bringing it, brother. Salute to you. Salute to you. I appreciate it. Also, shout out to I am with the donation. He says, go tell it on a mountain. That was classic. You already know, man. Bro, listen, I ain't playing. I'm serious. I'm serious. Now they're gonna have they're gonna have Harv Pierre coming up there. Harv Pierre's gonna come up there. Straight up. I'm telling y'all what it is. Right? Man, it's crazy, man. Crazy work, bro. Harv Pierre is not deceased, man. What are you talking about? Why y'all talking about Harv Pierre is deceased? Harv Pierre ain't deceased. I see some of y'all saying that in the comments, and y'all smash the like button. What are you talking about? Harv Pierre is not deceased. People just come in here saying anything. Straight up. Right? So she said she told Harv Pierre, that Puffy kidnapped her. And the government said, well, what did Harv Pierre say to you? Capricorn Clark said, Harv Pierre said, that's crazy, but it's going to be okay. She said, I got a termination notice. I was accused of not properly putting in for a vacation I was on. The government said, had you put in? She says, yes, to Harv Pierre. Guarantee she's going to have Harv Pierre come up there and testify. I guarantee you. They're going to have Harv Pierre go up there and testify. Right? I'm telling y'all what's going to happen. I'm telling y'all. Crazy work, man. Crazy work, y'all. Unbelievable, man. Wow, bro. Government says, did you lose benefits? She says she lost all of her benefits. Health, 401k, her house, and her car. She said, what did Diddy say? She said, Diddy said to her that she would never work again and that he would make her kill herself. The government says, did you get a job offer? Capricorn Clark said, I did get one, but it fell through. I couldn't get a job. The government says, did you settle with Mr. Combs? She says in October 2012 for Diddy's lawyer says, objection. Can I approach? Can I approach? She's crying on the stand saying this stuff. The government says, aside from that settlement agreement, do you have any other pending litigation against Diddy? She said no. The government says, did you go back to work with Diddy? She said in 2016, nobody else would hire me. Cassie had a new deal with Epic Records. That settlement was allegedly happening because Diddy beat the shit out of this girl, is what Suge Knight alleged. Shout out to Johnny Rangel with a donation to the Cash App. He said, shout out to our folks for raising a great son. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Man, this is crazy work, man. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. Man, nigga Diddy a sad nigga, bro. The government says, who did you have to get approvals from? She said, I had to get approvals from Diddy. Cassie was taking more drugs. The government says, was she still dating Diddy? Capricorn says yes. Government says, in December of 2023, why did you retain an attorney? She said, I was traumatized by Cassie's civil complaint. Wow, bro. She probably saw all that stuff over again in her mind. She probably relived that whole situation again, you guys. She probably relived that entire situation again. Crazy work, man. And that's what they said Diddy was doing. Gene Deal said this. He said, yo, Diddy would just ruin your entire reputation and make sure you couldn't work with nobody else. That's exactly what Gene said Diddy would do. He would tell anybody, don't work with this person, they this, that, and the third. He said he had that much power in the industry to like literally get you blackballed. So Capricorn Clark said her complaint did not reference me. I reached out to Diddy and said, I want my life back. You kidnapped me. Diddy's lawyer says, objection. Judge says overruled. The government says, was there a discussion of you working for Diddy again? She said yes, as chief of staff. Man, bro. Man, the jury, bro. Bro. Man. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. Diddy is, man, he's fried, bro. He fried, bro. He fried. So, man. Man, bro. It's not going to end well, you guys. It's going to end bad, man. The government says, when you last spoke to Cassie, when was it? Capricorn Clark says in 2018. The government says in Kid Cuddy, she said last time I talked to him was 2012. The government says no further questions. The judge says break. Diddy's lawyer says, can I start? The judge says, well, we're taking a break. The judge got no respect for Diddy's lawyer. Diddy's lawyer want to start right then. The judge like, nah, we taking a break. Diddy, yo, the judge got zero respect for Diddy's lawyer. Bro, I told y'all, that nigga gonna get that nigga life, bro. Y'all niggas think I'm playing. The judge is giving this nigga life, bro. He's getting life. Point blank period. He's getting life. There ain't no question about it. He's getting life. You can hide, you can run behind it and all this other stuff. That man getting life, bro. There ain't no other way around it, playboy. He going to prison for the rest of his natural life. He should have took that plea, man. This is why you when they got you like this with the feds, this is why you don't want to go to court. Diddy will never be able to work in any other circle ever again. And his kids are going to be like, they're going to be shunned because of the shit with him. Because of the shit with him, bro. Mm-hmm. Bro, that's crazy work, bro. Diddy's lawyer couldn't even keep he had to stop objecting. He wanted to go in right now. Judge was like, nah, we taking a break, fool. Judge says, can I go right now? Diddy like said, can I go right now? Nah, we taking a break, like I said. Yeah. Them kids gonna go get some 9 to 5s, man. And it's not the kid's fault that your daddy's a jackass. It's not their fault. Mm-hmm. Diddy's lawyer was like, no, I'm gonna start right now. Judge was like, nah, we taking a break. Judge was like, nah, man, we nah, the hell you talking about? Straight up. Straight up. All right? Ain't no pass go, ain't no collect $200. He going to hell, man. Mm-hmm. That's simple. No, Capricorn on the stand still. She gonna get cross-examined when they come back from break. They gonna cross-examine her. They just took a little break. Diddy's lawyer's outraged, bro. Man. I told y'all, all these things, man. What you call was saying this stuff, bro. You know? Big Gene was saying this. I try to tell y'all.
Yeah, this lawsuit is wild, man. And, she also claims that, Diddy, he was trying to control her personal life. And, she was scared of losing her record deal and she refused his demands. I could believe that. Yo, bro. I never seen him treat Ms. Lopez like that. You understand? Even when he was going behind her back and still dealing with Kim. He didn't want Kim to deal with nobody, bro. Like I said, I can't speak on Cassie on her statements like that, but I can reflect on the way he treated Kim. We would leave Jennifer's house. He would call a babysitter. If Kim was out on the town, we was going to every spot in New York City that the babysitter thought she was at. Do you hear me? Even when he wasn't dealing with her, he wanted complete control over her life, over what she did and how she did it. So that's not hard to that's not hard to believe. And plus she was way younger than Kim. Wow, man. And me looking at this lawsuit, she say that, Diddy, he forced her to do drugs. I mean, she recalled a time where, Diddy gave her a blue pill, and later on she found out that it was ecstasy. That's one of Diddy's MO. I know a former record executive during the time that they gave Donna Ross that anniversary in California. One of his former record executives met with him. And I guess he was trying to pray with him or whatever. But he tried to give him a pill. That's his MO.
That's crazy, man. He said that's his MO, man. He said that's his MO. Crazy work, man. Man.
Showed you his hand. That's his MO, bro. All I can say is that he financed and supported the same thing he did with Cassie. Cassie is the same thing he did with Kim. Made sure that the drugs was there. Speaking of financing, right? She also said in this lawsuit that, after Diddy would abuse her, he would buy her gifts. I remember times going to, he would never let us see him do the things to Kim. You know what I'm saying? Because unless we was in a hotel, because when he was in a hotel, when we went away, Puff always had the presidential suite. I had the suite right next to him. Like in the Swiss hotel, the Rich Carlton, wherever he stayed at, stuff like that. Always stayed next to him because I was the one who had to open the door, let people in, let people out. When we go to Detroit, wherever we went, always had the room next to him. So my door had always had to stay open to the suite. So you wouldn't see him physically abuse them, but they may come out the room and you could tell something had happened.
Damn.
It's certain people that he...
Now, man, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Man. Crazy. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me see something in the court. Hold on.
He wouldn't do his bullshit around Heavy D, Wolf, and myself. But you could tell the after effect. So it's plenty of times that Gene, Kim ordered something at Gucci or whatever like that, and I had to go pick it up. Not saying that it was because he abused her all the time, but that's a form of what all rich billionaires, millionaires, rich bitches do when they do something to these girls. Buy them off, pay them off. I got you, Mom. Look, some guys think these girls will get their ass whooped by regular dudes in the street. Why not get your ass whooped by a millionaire?
Crazy work, man. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work, man. Crazy work. Let me see what's going on, man. All right, you guys. It just bothered me, man. Like this dude, shit with Diddy, man. That shit really bothered me, bro. Dude's a jackass, man. He's a jackass, straight like that. He's a jackass, man, bro. Now you know Diddy's lawyers are gonna come for this girl. They gonna come for her hard body. Watch what I tell you. But here's the thing: it might be more stuff that comes out where she exposes more stuff in the cross examination. So they might not. They might want to tread lightly on that cross examination. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all this. Man, hold on one second, y'all. Oh man, yeah, you know I'm gonna call. I'm gonna say what I see, and I see that Diddy's a jackass. Period. You know what I'm saying? And he's an evil person. And I can't respect people like that, man. Shout out to Ryan in the Cash App with a donation. Salute, salute. Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to find out something real quick in the court, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Don't y'all go nowhere. I'm trying to figure out what the hell. What? Okay, you guys. So we're back. All right. So, hold. No, we're not. Hold on. No, we're not back yet. They might as well take the lunch break right now. Yo, salute to everybody tapping in, man. Shout out to Tara Moses in the Cash App the donation. She said, I have 2 girls. He wouldn't make it to prison. I'm trying to tell you, that's the thing, bro. Ma'am, that's the thing I'm saying to people. Like, bro, people got kids, man. Like, nah, man. People got kids, man. People got kids, man. They got kids, bro. You can't be playing these games. And somebody said, oh, well, they didn't, man, listen, bro. It's too much testimony for them not to find this nigga guilty. There's too many witnesses they got coming in. Too many. All right? It's too many. Let me see something, you guys. Mm-hmm. Damn, that took a long ass break, man. Bro, this is a long break right here. Y'all said, y'all crazy, man. So, let's get into it, y'all. They coming back in the courtroom now. So here we go, you guys. They're coming back in the courtroom right now. Hold on. Come back in the courtroom right now. So now Diddy's lawyer is going to do cross-examination, you guys. So the judge says to Capricorn Clark that you are still under oath. And Stacy, salute to you. I appreciate you in the cash up the donation. Diddy's lawyer says, we met in April 2024. You had a lawyer, Brian Freeman. Capricorn Clark said yes. Diddy's lawyer says you wanted to come back and work for Diddy, right? Capricorn Clark said, we discussed it, yes. Right? Now, Brian Freeman was Justin Baldini's lawyer. All right. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, I think that was Justin Baldini's lawyer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Somebody put it in the chat. Yeah, that was him. Somebody actually put it in the chat. So salute to whoever put that in the chat. I appreciate all of you guys, right? So basically said Diddy's lawyer said, you wanted to come back and work for Diddy, right? She said, we discussed it, yes. Diddy's lawyer says, you saw Mrs. Gregoros taking notes? Capricorn Clark says, yes. Diddy's lawyer says, you said you didn't think Cassie was good for Diddy. Why? Capricorn Clark says, because I just thought they were toxic. Diddy's lawyer says, tell me about when you were in New York. Capricorn Clark said, I was in the Bronx. I hated it. Right? All right, salute everybody. Hold on, y'all. So she said she hated it in the Bronx. She said it was 2002. I met Jeanette, then Diddy. In 2001 was the World Trade Center thing. Then I met Diddy. Diddy's lawyer said he wasn't doing drugs, right? She said he did X in Daddy's house. Diddy's lawyer says, but he got worse? She said, yes. Boy, Diddy's lawyer, man, this nigga, he gonna have a hard time trying to undo this one. I'm trying to tell you, man. Capricorn seemed like she game. He seemed like she game. And you guys got to remember, the transcripts I'm reading, shot the inner city press, this ain't the whole thing. It's more on the official court transcripts that we ain't even hearing. So wait till I get my hands on those official court transcripts where it's way longer. Man, Crazy work. Let me see. Diddy's lawyer says, you authorized Mr. Freeman to seek a job for you? Question mark. Capricorn said it was a very procedural lawyer to lawyer. It was all very procedural, lawyer to lawyer. Diddy's lawyer says, but you were told you couldn't be given a job in the middle of the investigation? Question mark. She says, I don't remember that. She says, I don't remember that. So everybody tapping on in. Appreciate all you guys in the building. Y'all know what it is. Salute everybody. So, Diddy's lawyer says, right? Um, hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Oh, shucks, my bad. My bad. I made a mistake right there. Yeah, salute to everybody tapped on in, man. I guarantee you this is going to be a good, long cross-examination right here. Because she had a lot of testimony. She had over an hour or so of testimony, right? So, Day's lawyer says, read this and let me know when you're done. Do you remember saying you had the biggest crush on him? The government says objection 403. The judge says, Mr. Anglifo. Diddy's lawyer says state of mind. Government said it's being offered for the truth. Diddy's lawyer says we had a stip on this sidebar. So they have a sidebar. Who he's talking about, I have no idea. because he didn't say a name. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see something, you guys. They got a sidebar. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the sidebar right now. Yeah, they damn sure got a sidebar going on. Damn. They got a sidebar. Who did she say this girl had a crush on? That's what we're trying to figure out. He didn't say any name. We don't know if it's Cuddy, Diddy, who. I'm trying to figure out who he's saying. Hold on, y'all. Nah, I can't. I don't want to speculate because I thought there's somebody else or somebody else, and I was totally wrong. I thought she was gonna say it was Roger Bonds that went with her to the house. She said it was Ruben. It wasn't Roger Bonds. So I can't speculate in this case. In this case, this thing is crazy. If you would have asked me to bet, I would have bet it would have been Roger Bonds, but it wasn't. It was Ruben that went with her to the house. right? You can't make it up, bro. This stuff is crazy explosive. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. All right, you guys. So let me see. Let me see if I can get a. Damn, we still on the sidebar? Man, these motherfuckers still on the sidebar, man. Mm-hmm. See, I see what they doing. They going right at all these witnesses. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, man. What the hell these damn dogs barking like that for? Hold on 1 second, you guys. Let me see what these dogs barking like that for. Hold on. They out here kicking up dust today. Man, they got a long sidebar, man. Hold on, y'all. Boy, them Rottweilers, boy. Them Rottweilers get big quick. Not only do they get big, them things get forceful. Man, them Rottweilers, you guys, they broke out the cage I had them in and tore up everything I had in that back room. Tore it up. Rottweilers ain't no joke. I couldn't even get mad because whenever your puppies break out, it's your fault. you didn't do something right. Either I didn't close the door hard enough, or I didn't do something right. Didn't put the lock on it right. So you just gotta take the L sometimes. You gotta take the L sometimes with them. Gotta take the L sometimes. Man, these people on Sidebar, man. They're on Sidebar. My bad, y'all. My bad, everybody. My bad. I'm trying to. Man, they might as well go on to lunch, bro. Oh, they are. Oh, they taking their lunch break. All right. So I'll be back, y'all. They taking a lunch break right now. I'll be back. I believe they're taking a lunch break. Hold on, no, they're not. They're back. They're back. They're back. Nope, they're back, y'all. My bad. They're back. They're back right now. Oh shit. Everything's coming up now. Oh, Jay-Z came up. Uh-oh. Here we go. What the hell? So Diddy's lawyer says, you hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on one second. Diddy's lawyer says, you called him Choc for chocolate. Capricorn Clark said, I did. Diddy's lawyer says, you started with Def Jam, Run DMC. Capricorn Clark says, I don't go back that far. I'm more Foxy Brown, Redline, Jay-Z. Diddy's lawyer says, so how come so how did you come to work for Diddy? Capricorn Clark says, I put my resume on Monster after the World Trade Center thing. He said, you'd work for me? Question mark. I was like, maybe. He was acting on Broadway and Raisin in the Sun. I was impressed. Diddy's lawyer said he had a major part. Capricorn Clark said he was a star. So she just mentioned Jay-Z's name in passing, saying that, she's more of that era, Foxy Brown, Redline, Jay-Z era. You know what I'm saying? Not Def Jam, Run DMC era. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. right, y'all. Hold on one second. All right. So, uh, Capricorn Clark says, then I shadowed him on the Vote or Die campaign, meaning she shadowed Diddy. She said, my job was to get the t-shirts on the celebrities and into the photo shoots. I called them and say Puff wanted them to come. Diddy's lawyer says, and they came? She says they did. Diddy's lawyer says, how long before the jury missing thing? She says it was about 4 months. On the 4th of July, he threw a white party at his home on the Hamptons that year with the Vote or Die. Diddy's lawyer says, when did the jewels missing happen? She says, after July the 4th. See, he's trying to butter her up. Diddy's lawyer's trying to butter her up. You know what I mean? So basically, Capricorn Clark, what they're saying was Diddy's lawyer was hinting to the fact that, yeah, their relationship was platonic. But at one point in time, Capricorn Clark had a little bit of a crush on Diddy, I guess. What that's supposed to mean? Now, what Diddy's lawyers will do is they'll butter you up. They'll butter you up, and then they'll make this thing real ugly. So Capricorn Clark, she better know they're gonna butter her up, and then they're gonna make it real ugly. Straight up, right? See, what Diddy's lawyers trying to do is make Diddy look like a good human being before they try to crush this girl. So they'll get her comfortable, but they'll also get her to try to say positive things about Diddy to the jury. See what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do. So you have to really be careful with that, you know, because they will do it. Shout out to the brother Reginald in the Cash App with donation. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate it, man. Much love to you, homie. So, uh, hold on, y'all. Freak, man. Hold on, you guys. Hold you guys. Hold on. What? Hold on, you guys. Hold on, you guys. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Salute to everybody tapped in. I appreciate all of you guys that's coming in the building. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. My bad, everybody. We're going to get back to that in just a second. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Oh, man. See what comes up next, you guys. Hold on. See what comes up next. Hold on, you guys. Let me see. Trying to see something. Hold on, my bad, y'all. Hold on. My bad. My bad, you guys. My bad. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all popping up in here. Let me see something. All right, so let me see. So it says right here, you guys. That Diddy says basically, when did the jewels missing happen? She said after the 4th of July. Then Capricorn Clark says the jewels were still on loan from Jacob the jeweler. Diddy's lawyer says, who else got lie detector? She says, might be his stylist. He too had gone to the street level of 1440 for manicures. The lie detector's test was the next day. Diddy's lawyer says you never told human resources, and she said no, right? Uh, Capricorn Clark said I got fired for 3 weeks. Diddy's lawyer says, how did you get unfired? She said I went to work on his 35th birthday at Caprani to do this celebrity list. She said I came back. Mark says 2004 to 2006. She says not all. Diddy's lawyer says personal assistant. She says then liaison. So she's saying a liaison is what she's saying. Liaison, more or less. Is what she's saying. So she said I was making $55,000 for Diddy, and then $90 at Jive, or 90,000 at Jive, I think. Diddy's lawyer says, "Why did you come back to Diddy?" She says, "I had gotten top records for R. Kelly." Diddy said he was impressed. He asked me to come back for Sean John for Woman. Capricorn Clark said, "I think I was a really good employee for him." Uh, Diddy's lawyer said, "He told you were awesome," and she says he did not use that word. Diddy's lawyer said, "You work hard for him?" She says, "I did." Diddy's lawyer says, "Others work hard too, right?" She says, "Not as hard as me." She's standing on this. She said, "Not as hard as me," right? So what she's saying, she's standing on. Mark Anglifo is the one that's doing the cross on this woman. Mark Anglifo. He's the one that's doing the cross examination on her. He's doing the cross. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Oh, wait, see what she said. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. All right. All right. All right. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, you guys. 1 second. My bad, y'all. I was hold on. Hold on. One second, you guys. One second. Let me see something. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second, you guys. Trying to see something real quick. Hold on, I'm trying to see something. Let me see. 1 second. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, I see what it is. I see what it is. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Why did this thing go away like that? I'm trying to see what she said just now. Okay. Okay, here we go, y'all. My bad. So we're going to go to a lunch break, but I'm finna tell y'all what happened right before the lunch break. All right. So this is what happened, you guys. Capricorn Clark almost started crying, right? She says, I did learn a lot from Diddy. He broke the glass ceiling for us black people in the business world. Diddy's lawyer says, do you need a minute? She says, no, it's just complicated. You know, the judge says, we'll take a break. I told y'all, Diddy was a hard worker, man. I told y'all this. This is not what it is about Diddy. Diddy is a hard worker. Diddy understand the business. Diddy work hard. He got a problem putting his hands on people. And that's a serious problem that's going to cause serious consequences. Point blank period. You know what I'm saying? Violating and disrespecting people and doing all these other things. I'm just telling y'all this, man. So you guys let me know what y'all think. I'll be back from lunch in a little while. All right, you guys. So we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym. Work out, exercise, and do what you got to do to stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.